All right, everybody, what is going on? This is Caden. I don't know, maybe this is a little weird, but I have a commute home, and so it's not a bad commute. It's pretty short. But I was just thinking maybe this would be a fun time that I'm not distracted. I can just kind of focus and say a couple of things. First, I just wanted to make a comment on last Saturday. You guys, last Saturday was so sick. I mean, that's for sure the biggest outing of paintballers in Utah that I've seen in probably a good year and a half. I think we had around those same numbers at Field of Screams in 2017, I think. From all recollections, at our first Utah Woodsball event at Hobble on last Saturday, the 26th, we had somewhere in the 70s. We counted 72, but I know we missed some people, so somewhere in the 70s. And you guys, for a rec ball game of just a bunch of people playing out in the woods, I mean, that's incredible. So I think that proves a couple of things of that we're ready for more. We're ready for big things, and I think there's a lot of good things coming. I really do. I mean, as I heard the excitement at the event of people talking with each other and talking with me, I mean, there were so many excited new players there. People who had either, for one, never played before ever, or two, hadn't played in 10 years, and this is their first outing back. I mean, that's exciting. That's fun, because new players are in a lot of ways the lifeblood of paintball. You need new players coming in and sprucing things up and offering a new perspective. And sometimes, us veterans, sometimes we, come off a little crotchety, and maybe we're not as excited as we should be, and maybe we're a little more negative or pessimistic about things. So, I mean, it was awesome. And not only because of the numbers, but to a great degree, it was because of just the quality of play. I mean, we had tons of people there, but more than that, we had fun. We played on a great field. It was very, in my opinion, really well organized, and I'm not saying so much myself, but I thought Chad from Head Rush did a really good job of just making sure everyone had a good time. And I just really want to throw a shout out to those guys from Head Rush who were out there reffing. They were out there making sure everyone was having a good time, making sure things were organized, letting the teams that were on deck know who was up next. So they did a great job. It was well organized, and just the excitement was there. I mean, this was our first event. In my opinion, I thought if we get 40 people, that's incredible. We got almost twice that many. So I can't say enough good things about it, the first event. It was better than I had hoped for, and it just makes me really, really excited for the future for us. So to any of you naysayers out there, this is for real. We're doing this. Every 5 or 6 weeks, we're going to do one of these events, and you can come. You can not come. I really hope you'll come, but either way, I hope you support us. If you're not coming, I hope you're inviting people who can. And if you're out because you're injured or something, I totally understand. If you want, still come and hang out with us. Maybe you don't have to play. Maybe you could help us ref some games, or maybe you can just come and video stuff. I mean, I only played one game on Saturday. The rest of the time I was just videoing stuff, and I had a blast, because everyone was so excited to be there and so excited to play with 70 people that it was crazy. I mean, the last game of the day, usually people trickling in and out. The last game of the day, we had, I think, 60 people on the field, on this little, small Hobble Creek field. It was so cool. So now we're on to event 2. It's going to be, it's not actually in St. George, okay? So we're going to meet in St. George Saturday, March 2nd. It's going to be that morning. I still am looking for feedback as far as what time. From what I hear, that area down there is starting to get warm, even as early as early March. So, we could meet up really early. We could meet at 7:30, The field itself is about an hour south of St. George. It's near Moapa, Nevada. It's an old abandoned cement factory. Jordan Hernandez and some of the St. George guys have been there. They've played there. For what I hear, it's incredible. It's totally different. For me, it's like the kind of thing that you watch on YouTube of, other people playing at, or people in Europe, because people in Europe play at crazy places. So it's just really exciting that we're going to go play somewhere like that. I think there's a lot to be excited about it. And hopefully Jordan will be releasing some footage of their games, a month ago here pretty soon, is my hope. So Jordan, get on that, buddy. And that's another person that we really need to shout out to. Jordan Hernandez from Red Creek has done just a phenomenal job bringing new people. That's what I noticed when we came. He had a bunch of people with him. I thought it was really cool, and more than that, he's helped a ton just promoting the events, helping me to organize them. He's a great resource. He's a great player. He's just a lot of fun. So I just want to throw a shout out to Jordan because he's done a lot of work for us too. So we're going to meet in St. George that morning, Saturday, March 2nd. Then we're going to head down to the actual field. We're going to play so if you don't know, St. George has a great paintball community. Guys, they rock. They play every weekend. They're fanatics. It's so fun. They're going to be down there, and they're going to camp. That's their plan. Is they're going to go out there Saturday morning with everybody else, and then at least some of them are going to stay and play Sunday. I don't really play on Sundays. Neither do most of the people I play with. But a lot of people do. So, if you want to come and stay Saturday night and play Sunday too, by all means, there's some people are going to be camping and playing throughout the whole weekend. So if you want to make a weekend out of it, go for it. Or if you want to make a weekend out of it and keep going to Vegas after we play paintball on Saturday, go spend the night in Vegas and go hit the slots or whatever. Totally an option. Just some really great things happening. I'm super stoked for the second event. I know, you guys, it's a long drive. For me, I'm here in central Utah in Ephraim, and for me to drive down to St. George is about 3.5 hours. The field's an hour past that, so we're looking 4.5 hours or so. Round trip, that's 9 hours. That's a lot of driving. So I understand. It's a long way. I know it's a sacrifice in some ways. What I'm saying is I think it's worth it. I think this field's going to be sick. I think we're going to have a ton of people there. I was amazed at how many people I was talking to on Saturday who are from northern Utah who are making the drive all the way down. It's exactly what I had envisioned of, every 5 or 6 weeks we're going to be playing at somewhere different. And, as a community, we can gravitate to that. And it's catching on, you guys. People are on board. I thought we had a lot of support before that last game. And then Saturday happened, and now I know we have a lot of support. So it's going to be really cool. I really hope you'll make it down. I hope you can, find a way to pay for it, find a way to pay for the gas, make the road trip down. And, if people want to travel down together, maybe you should comment on this post and, try to set up a car sharing. All you guys travel down together or something. I don't know. Maybe there's some people out there willing to do that. But I can tell you it's going to be great. We're going to play some more fun games. You guys, it's going to be worth the trip. And, we had St. George guys who traveled all the way from St. George up to Hobble Creek on Saturday. So let's return the favor. Let's make it happen. Let's go down. Let's have a good time. Let's make Event 2 even bigger than Event 1. I'm going to be posting some more footage from Saturday, from Event 1, because it was so sick, you guys. If you weren't there, ask some people who were there about how good of a time they had. There were some things that weren't perfect, some things that happened in the games that were a little off, some mistakes were made. You know what? That's paintball. That's life. You move forward, you move on, whatever. I think everybody had a good time. So, you guys, let's get it. Let's get after it. Let's bring this community to life. Let's show the paintball, the stores here in Utah, the fields that are hoping to open. Let's show them that we're serious. Let's show them that we can back up. We're not just all talk. And let's get 100 people to St. George. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. All right, y'all. We'll see you there. Thanks for joining.